Number 1. This 1970 Buick Skylark, offered at $25,000 and located in Glassboro, New Jersey, is presented as a beautifully preserved classic that reflects long-term ownership and careful stewardship from new. The seller notes that the car has remained within the same family since it was originally purchased, with only 2 owners over its lifetime, a detail that adds meaningful credibility to its condition and history. Finished in its original bamboo cream exterior, this Skylark carries an elegant and period-correct presence that stands out without being overstated, embodying the refined side of American muscle-era design. Described as a true classic rather than a rough project, it is positioned as a complete and well-maintained example for buyers seeking authenticity rather than a ground-up restoration. From a mechanical and driving standpoint, this Skylark is reported to run and sound exactly as a classic Buick should, suggesting proper care and consistent maintenance over the years. The low mileage is highlighted as a key attribute, reinforcing the impression that this car has been preserved rather than used up, and that its mechanical components have not been subjected to excessive wear. While specific drivetrain specifications are not detailed, the emphasis on its smooth operation and correct sound implies a drivetrain that remains true to its original character. For enthusiasts who value originality and drivability over modification, this Skylark offers the appeal of a classic that can be enjoyed as is without immediate mechanical concerns. The exterior condition is described as excellent, with the original bamboo cream paint continuing to present well and drawing attention wherever it goes. This factory color complements the Skylark's clean body lines and understated styling, giving it a timeless appearance that appeals to both collectors and casual admirers of vintage American cars. The fact that the car retains its original exterior finish further supports its survivor status, as many examples from this era have been repainted or altered over time. The overall presentation suggests a car that has been garage-kept and carefully protected, avoiding the neglect and corrosion issues often associated with vehicles of this age. Inside, the interior is also described as being in excellent condition, reinforcing the impression of a well-rounded and complete classic rather than a cosmetic-only example. The cabin reflects the same level of care as the exterior, making the car equally enjoyable to look at and to drive. This balance of strong interior and exterior condition, combined with documented long-term ownership, positions the Skylark as an ideal candidate for a collector, enthusiast, or anyone who appreciates vintage American muscle with genuine character. Offered as a complete, running, and well-preserved example, this 1970 Buick Skylark stands out as a true family-kept classic that needs no excuses and offers immediate enjoyment along with long-term collectability. Number 2. This 1973 Ford Ranchero, offered at $11,900 and located in Waco, Texas, is presented as a charismatic and fully usable classic that blends vintage muscle attitude with everyday practicality. Rather than being positioned as a polished showpiece, the seller is upfront in describing it as a driver-focused vehicle meant to be enjoyed on the road. The Ranchero's appeal lies in its honest presentation and strong personality, earning enthusiastic reactions at stoplights and gas stations alike. With its unmistakable car-truck hybrid design and unmistakable 1970s presence, this example is clearly aimed at someone who values driving enjoyment and character over perfection. Powering this Ranchero is a 400 cubic inch engine, giving it strong torque and an unmistakable big-engine feel that defines the driving experience. The seller describes it as delivering many smiles per gallon, a fitting description for a classic with this kind of displacement and sound. It is noted to be a true daily driver that starts every time you turn the key, an important distinction for buyers who want a classic they can rely on rather than constantly tinker with. The consistent starting and road-ready nature of the vehicle suggest a drivetrain that has been kept in working order and proven through regular use, not just occasional weekend outings. From a usability standpoint, this Ranchero stands out as a practical classic that can be driven frequently without hesitation. Its daily driver status implies that it has been sorted enough to handle routine use, traffic, and longer drives, making it a strong candidate for someone who wants a vintage vehicle they can genuinely live with. The factory air conditioning is still present, though it is noted to need repair, which is a common and manageable issue on cars of this era. Importantly, this disclosure reinforces the seller's honest approach, clearly separating functional systems from those that may need attention. Overall, this 1973 Ford Ranchero represents a solid blend of muscle-era power, unique styling, and real-world drivability. It is not framed as a flawless restoration or a trailer-only car, but rather as a dependable and entertaining classic that delivers attention, sound, and enjoyment every time it is driven. With its strong 400 CI engine, reliable starting behavior, and unmistakable presence, it offers an appealing option for enthusiasts who want a vintage Ford they can drive regularly while still standing out wherever they go. Number 3. This 1959 Chevrolet Biscayne, offered at $25,000 and located in Buena Park, California, is presented as a substantial and honest full-size classic that showcases the bold design language of late 1950s Chevrolet while offering a solid foundation for continued refinement. As one of Chevrolet's most iconic body styles, the 1959 Biscayne carries unmistakable styling cues with its dramatic lines and expansive presence, making it instantly recognizable and highly desirable among collectors and traditional hot rod or cruiser enthusiasts alike. The seller positions the car realistically, emphasizing its strengths while acknowledging that it is not yet fully finished, which helps set clear expectations for the next owner. With a negotiable price and no interest in trades, this Biscayne is offered as a straightforward sale aimed at someone serious about owning and improving a classic Chevrolet from this celebrated era. From a mechanical standpoint, the engine has already been rebuilt, a major and costly step that significantly enhances the value and appeal of the car. It is currently running, indicating that the vehicle is alive and functional, though it is also clearly stated that additional work is still needed to fully sort it out. This places the Biscayne in an appealing middle ground between a dormant project and a fully turnkey driver, allowing the next owner to fine-tune and complete the car to their own standards. While the exact mileage is unknown at this time, the focus is placed more on the mechanical condition and the work already completed rather than on odometer numbers. For many classic car buyers, especially with vehicles of this age, the rebuilt engine and current running condition matter far more than documented mileage. Structurally, the car is described as having a solid body and frame, which is one of the most important attributes when considering a late 1950s American vehicle. Rust repair and structural restoration can quickly exceed the purchase price of a car, making a solid foundation a critical selling point. The seller further notes that all of the glass is original and free of cracks, an often overlooked but significant detail that adds both originality and value. Original glass can be difficult and expensive to replace correctly, so its presence speaks to the overall integrity and preservation of the vehicle. These details suggest that this Biscayne has avoided the severe neglect or environmental damage that often affects cars of this vintage. Overall, this 1959 Chevrolet Biscayne is offered as a strong, authentic classic with major fundamentals already in place and clear potential for further improvement. It is not presented as a finished show car, but rather as a solid, running example that allows the next owner to complete the remaining work according to their own vision, whether that be a period-correct restoration, a tasteful cruiser, or a traditional custom build. The negotiable asking price, combined with a rebuilt engine, solid structure, original uncracked glass, and clear no-nonsense terms of sale, make this Biscayne an appealing option for enthusiasts looking to step into an iconic Chevrolet with confidence and room to add personal touches. Number 4. This 1963 Dodge Dart Classic, offered at $9,000 and located in Corsicana, Texas, is presented as a remarkably well-preserved early 1960s compact that balances originality, mechanical simplicity, and everyday usability. As one of Dodge's most recognizable models from this era, the Dart represents a time when American manufacturers were refining smaller, lighter platforms without sacrificing character or style. The seller positions this car as a genuine classic rather than a rough project, highlighting its strong overall condition and inviting attention from enthusiasts who appreciate honest, usable vintage vehicles. With its straightforward mechanical layout and clean presentation, this Dart stands out as an appealing entry point into classic Mopar ownership or as a solid base for further personalization. Under the hood, the car is powered by the legendary Slant 6 engine, known for its durability, smooth operation, and near-indestructible reputation. Paired with a standard transmission, this drivetrain combination delivers an engaging, hands-on driving experience that is increasingly rare in modern traffic. The seller notes that several key components have already been replaced, including a new radiator, fuel pump, and alternator, indicating recent maintenance and attention to reliability. These updates suggest the car has been kept in running condition rather than sitting idle, making it far more attractive to buyers who want a classic they can drive and enjoy without immediately addressing basic mechanical concerns. From a structural standpoint, the Dart is described as being 99% rust-free, an exceptional claim for a vehicle that is over 6 decades old. Rust is often the defining factor in the value and viability of classics from this period, and a nearly rust-free body dramatically reduces the time, cost, and complexity of ownership. This level of preservation points to a car that has either lived in a favorable climate or been carefully protected throughout its life. The solid structure also makes it an ideal candidate for a variety of paths, whether the next owner chooses to maintain its stock configuration, build a mild cruiser, or transform it into a period-inspired hot rod. Inside, the interior is described as almost perfect, reinforcing the impression that this Dart has been well cared for both mechanically and cosmetically. A clean, original-style interior adds significantly to the enjoyment of driving and owning a classic, eliminating the need for immediate upholstery or trim work. The seller is also open to the possibility of a trade, with interest in hot rods or Fox body Mustangs, adding flexibility to the deal for the right buyer. Overall, this 1963 Dodge Dart represents a rare combination of strong mechanical fundamentals, excellent structural condition, and an exceptionally clean interior, making it a highly appealing classic for enthusiasts seeking a reliable, character-filled vintage car with real-world usability and long-term potential. Number 5. This 1967 Chevrolet Camaro RS, offered at $26,000 and located in Sandy, Oregon, is presented as a largely untouched and highly authentic first-year Camaro survivor that retains much of its original character and identity. As an RS model from 1967, it carries several unique, one-year-only features, most notably the wing windows, which are exclusive to this inaugural production year and highly valued by knowledgeable enthusiasts. The seller is very clear in emphasizing that this car has not been restored and has not been disassembled, positioning it honestly as a mostly original survivor rather than a rebuilt or heavily modified example. This transparency, combined with the presence of a title in hand, makes it especially appealing to buyers seeking a genuine early Camaro with history, integrity, and a solid foundation rather than a car that has already been altered beyond recognition. Mechanically, the Camaro is described as running and driving, which immediately separates it from many first-generation projects that require extensive recommissioning. Although it is badged as a 327 car, it currently has a 350 engine installed, offering a practical upgrade in displacement while still remaining period-correct in spirit. The drivetrain is paired with a 2-speed Powerglide automatic transmission, a common and durable setup for Camaros of this era, known for its simplicity and reliability. The fact that the car can be driven under its own power allows prospective buyers to evaluate it as a functioning vehicle rather than an unknown mechanical gamble. This running condition, combined with its survivor status, gives the next owner the flexibility to either preserve and enjoy it as is or gradually improve it over time without losing its original essence. Structurally, the car is described as being in strong condition for its age, with the floors and trunk reported to be in really good shape, an especially important detail when evaluating a nearly 60-year-old Camaro. These areas are often the most vulnerable to rust and moisture damage, and their solid condition suggests a car that has avoided severe neglect or long-term exposure. There are small rust holes noted at the bottom of the front fenders and at the lower sections of the rear quarter panels, which the seller discloses openly. These imperfections are localized rather than widespread, reinforcing the idea that this is a fundamentally solid body rather than a rust-riddled shell. Such honest disclosure allows buyers to accurately assess the scope of any future metalwork without unpleasant surprises. Inside, the Camaro is equipped with a deluxe black interior featuring the distinctive white stripe, a desirable and visually striking combination that elevates the cabin beyond the standard trim level. The interior presentation supports the survivor narrative, offering originality and character that many restored cars simply cannot replicate. The seller's terms are equally straightforward, with a cash-only sale and no checks accepted, though partial trades with cash may be considered, specifically involving shovelhead or panhead Harley-Davidsons, or 1970 to 1972 Chevrolet C10 trucks or Blazers. To further demonstrate confidence in the car, the seller has a lift on site and is willing to rack the vehicle for serious buyers to conduct a visual inspection. Altogether, this 1967 Chevrolet Camaro RS represents a rare opportunity to acquire a running, driving, mostly original survivor with documented honesty, solid structure, and the kind of authenticity that is becoming increasingly difficult to find in first-generation Camaros. Number 6. This 1953 Ford Custom Line, offered at $15,500 and located in Taylorsville, North Carolina, is presented as a well-sorted and enjoyable early 1950s classic that blends original character with thoughtful mechanical upgrades for improved drivability. The seller describes it as a good running and driving car, positioning it clearly as something meant to be used and enjoyed rather than parked as a show-only exhibit. While it remains largely original in overall appearance and personality, key updates have been made to ensure it fits more comfortably into modern driving conditions. This honest presentation makes it especially appealing to enthusiasts who want a vintage Ford they can actually cruise without constant concern. Mechanically, this custom line benefits from a conversion to a 12-volt electrical system, a practical and commonly desired upgrade that improves reliability, starting, and compatibility with modern components. One of the most significant improvements is the installation of a 5-speed Mustang transmission, which greatly enhances the driving experience by offering better gear spacing and more relaxed cruising compared to the original transmission. The seller notes that a lot of work has already been done to the car, suggesting that these upgrades were part of a broader effort to make it dependable and road-friendly rather than a temporary fix. The result is a classic that maintains its vintage feel while being far more usable on today's roads. From a safety and condition standpoint, the car has been fitted with new brakes all the way around, an important update that adds confidence and peace of mind when driving an older vehicle. In addition to the mechanical improvements, several cosmetic components have been refreshed, including new bumpers and a new grille. These updates help sharpen the car's appearance while still respecting its original design, avoiding the overly modified look that can sometimes detract from cars of this era. The overall impression is of a car that has been cared for and improved with intention, focusing on usability and presentation rather than chasing trophies. Overall, this 1953 Ford Custom Line is not presented as a show car, but rather as a solid, attractive cruiser that delivers classic style with improved drivability. It offers a compelling balance for buyers who appreciate originality but also value upgrades that make ownership more enjoyable. With its running and driving condition, upgraded transmission, 12-volt conversion, new braking system, and refreshed exterior components, this custom line stands out as a practical and honest early 1950s Ford that is ready to be driven and enjoyed as it is, while still leaving room for future personalization if desired. Number 7. This 1975 Chevrolet Vega GT wagon, offered at $15,000 and located in Kingman, Arizona, is presented as a highly unconventional and aggressively built classic that blends compact proportions with serious muscle-era performance. Far removed from the economy car reputation the Vega once carried, this example has been transformed into a true hot rod wagon that stands out immediately through sound, stance, and specification. The seller positions it as a fully sorted driver rather than a static showpiece, emphasizing real-world drivability and mechanical strength. With its rare wagon body style and extensive performance upgrades, this Vega GT represents a niche but highly appealing option for enthusiasts who appreciate sleeper builds and non-traditional muscle cars. At the heart of this Vega is a built 350 cubic inch V8 featuring a 4-bolt main block, a strong foundation well known for durability under hard use. The engine is equipped with camel hump heads and an aggressive tunnel ram intake topped by dual 600 CFM Edelbrock carburetors, giving it both visual impact and serious airflow potential. A noisy gear drive timing setup adds to the raw, mechanical personality of the car, producing the unmistakable sound hot rodders often seek. The seller notes a healthy 75 psi of oil pressure, that the engine runs cool, and that it is properly sorted, all of which suggest careful assembly and tuning rather than a thrown-together swap. This drivetrain setup alone places the car far beyond stock Vega territory and firmly into street-and-strip hot rod classification. Power is delivered through a 4-speed manual transmission, reinforcing the car's performance-focused nature and providing an engaging, driver-controlled experience. Out back, the Vega is equipped with a 12-bolt rear end with a limited slip differential and 3.31 gears, a highly desirable and robust setup capable of handling the V8's output without concern. This combination offers a strong balance between acceleration and street usability, making the car equally suited for spirited driving and cruising. The presence of center-line wheels further complements the period-correct hot rod aesthetic, giving the wagon an aggressive stance that visually matches its mechanical capability. Overall, this 1975 Chevrolet Vega GT wagon is described as driving good and fully functional, reinforcing that it is not just an engine showcase but a complete, usable vehicle. It represents a bold reinterpretation of a classic compact platform, delivering V8 power, classic hot rod sound, and a manual transmission in a package that is guaranteed to draw attention wherever it goes. Offered at a straightforward price with its performance credentials clearly outlined, this Vega wagon stands as a unique, high-horsepower classic for enthusiasts who want something different from the usual muscle car formula, yet still crave authentic American V8 performance and attitude. Number 8. This 1971 Plymouth Duster, offered at $16,000 and located in Galion, Ohio, is presented as a heavily modified and aggressively built Mopar that blends classic street presence with serious drag-oriented hardware. Backed by a clear Ohio title, currently licensed, and described as running, driving, and street legal, this Duster is positioned as a usable performance car rather than a stalled or incomplete project. Originally finished in Tour Red and equipped from the factory with bucket seats and a console, it has since evolved far beyond its stock configuration into a purpose-built street and strip machine. The seller is upfront about the extensive custom work performed and explains that the sale is driven by a shift in project priorities rather than any dissatisfaction with the car itself, giving the impression of an enthusiast-built vehicle rather than a quick flip. At the core of this Duster is a formidable big block setup featuring a 1967-era 440 cubic inch engine paired with a 727 automatic transmission. The engine is equipped with desirable 915 closed-chamber cylinder heads and has been rebuilt with a purple shaft 509 hydraulic camshaft, a well-known Mopar performance grind that delivers an aggressive idle and strong high RPM pull. Induction is handled by a Wian tunnel ram topped with dual Holley 1850 carburetors, creating a visually striking engine bay and reinforcing the car's drag race inspiration. This combination is aimed squarely at performance, sound, and attitude, offering the kind of raw power and presence that defines classic big block Mopar builds. Underneath, the car has been extensively reworked to handle the power it produces. It features a back-half chassis with coilovers, a 4-link rear suspension, a fuel cell, and frame ties, all contributing to strength, traction, and adjustability. The rear end is a fully welded Ford 8.8-inch unit with a 3.21 limited slip differential, a proven setup capable of handling serious horsepower. Massive 29 by 15.5 by 15 Mickey Thompson Sportsman tires are mounted in the rear, while 15-inch drag star wheels complete the drag-style stance. Up front, the suspension has been upgraded with a front disc brake conversion, new A-arms, ball joints, and calipers, improving both braking performance and handling, though the seller notes that the lower control arm bushings still need to be completed, an honest disclosure for the next owner. The body and safety features reflect the car's performance-focused intent, with fiberglass front fenders reducing weight and a full rear cage with front frame hoops adding rigidity and protection. All exterior lighting is functional, and the car is described as street legal, with the humorous caveat that the exhaust may test local tolerance. Despite its aggressive build, the Duster remains a complete, drivable vehicle that can be enjoyed on the street while clearly being capable of far more spirited use. With extensive custom fabrication already completed, a big block Mopar drivetrain, and a solid legal footing, This 1971 Plymouth Duster represents a substantial amount of work and investment offered at a realistic price for someone looking to step into a serious muscle-era performance build with room to continue refining it further. Number 9. This 1971 Chevrolet Camaro Z/28, offered at $44,999 and located in Centerville, Ohio, is presented as a true and highly desirable example of Chevrolet's legendary second-generation performance icon. The seller emphasizes that this is a genuine Z/28 rather than a tribute or clone, a distinction that immediately elevates its collectability and long-term value. As a 1971 model, it represents one of the final years for the high-compression LT1 era Z/28 cars, making it especially appealing to knowledgeable enthusiasts and collectors. The car is positioned honestly as a ready-to-enjoy classic that can be driven and appreciated as it sits, while still offering the option to further elevate it if the next owner chooses. At the heart of this Camaro is its numbers-matching LT1 350 cubic-inch V8 engine paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, a combination that defines the spirit of early 1970s American performance. This drivetrain setup is one of the most sought-after configurations for a Z/28, delivering both authenticity and an engaging driving experience. The seller notes that the car runs and drives great, reinforcing that it is not merely a static collector piece but a functional and sorted classic. While the odometer shows 14,000 miles, it is clearly stated that this is not the original mileage, an important disclosure that keeps expectations realistic while keeping the focus on condition and originality rather than numbers alone. Structurally and cosmetically, the Camaro is described as having zero rust and a clean, solid body, which is a critical factor when evaluating second-generation F-body cars. Rust issues can be extensive and costly on these models, so a rust-free body dramatically enhances both desirability and peace of mind. The overall presentation is said to be very strong, suggesting that the car retains crisp lines, proper panel fit, and an appearance that reflects careful ownership. This solid foundation allows the car to be enjoyed immediately without the looming concern of major structural repairs, making it suitable for cruising, shows, or weekend drives. Overall, this 1971 Chevrolet Camaro Z/28 represents a compelling opportunity to own a real, numbers-matching muscle-era Chevrolet with the right engine, the right transmission, and the right pedigree. It is offered with clear intent, priced at $44,999 or best offer, and with no trades considered, underscoring the seller's straightforward approach. Whether kept as a well-preserved driver or refined further into a top-tier example, this Z/28 stands out as an authentic, rust-free classic that captures the essence of early 1970s performance and delivers both historical significance and genuine driving enjoyment. Number 10. This 1971 Ford LTD convertible, offered at $4,400 and located in Columbus, New Jersey, is presented as a full-size American classic with strong mechanical fundamentals and extensive recent maintenance, making it a very approachable entry into vintage convertible ownership. As a true LTD convertible, it represents the height of early 1970s comfort-oriented design, combining generous proportions with luxury-focused features that were a hallmark of Ford's flagship models of the era. The seller is clear and detailed in outlining both the strengths and the needs of the car, creating a transparent and realistic picture of what the next owner is getting. With a New Jersey title in hand and no interest in trades or offers, this LTD is positioned as a straightforward sale for someone who understands the value of solid mechanical work paired with cosmetic potential. Powering the car is a 400 cubic-inch V8 paired with a C6 automatic transmission, a well-known and durable Ford drivetrain combination that emphasizes smooth torque and relaxed cruising. The seller notes that both the engine and transmission are strong, and that the car runs and drives good, reinforcing that this is not a non-running project or a tow-home situation. Factory air conditioning is still present, along with power windows and power seats, all of which are reported to be working, a significant plus for a convertible of this size and age. These features underscore the car's original purpose as a comfortable long-distance cruiser rather than a stripped-down performance model, and they remain a major part of its appeal today. A substantial amount of recent mechanical and functional work has already been completed, adding real value and usability. The car has a brand new fuel tank along with new related components and metal fuel lines, addressing a common and often troublesome area on older vehicles. The entire brake system has been renewed, including calipers, wheel cylinders, brake lines, the master cylinder, proportional valve, and brake pads, which significantly improves safety and reliability. The convertible top system is reported to be working properly, allowing the car to be enjoyed as intended. Structurally, the frame and floors are described as good, an especially important detail for a full-size convertible, where rigidity and rust-free structure are critical. Inside, the interior is described as being in good condition, with no cracks in the dashboard, no rips in the seats, and brand new carpet already installed, giving the cabin a clean and presentable appearance. This makes the car comfortable to drive and enjoy immediately without the need for major interior restoration. The primary needs are cosmetic and body-related, with the rear quarter panel requiring repair or replacement, and the fenders and doors needing some attention. The tires are acknowledged to be junk, though they hold air, with a clear warning that the car should not be driven home on them. Overall, this 1971 Ford LTD convertible offers a strong-running, well-equipped, and mechanically refreshed classic with clear bodywork needs, making it an ideal candidate for someone who wants to either improve it gradually or enjoy it as is while addressing cosmetics over time. Number 11. This 1964 Chevrolet Impala, offered at $80,000 and located in La Mirada, California, is presented as a solid and well-kept full-size convertible that embodies the timeless style and presence that have made the 1964 Impala one of the most iconic Chevrolets ever produced. With a clean title in hand and a straightforward no-trade sale approach, the seller positions this car as a serious offering aimed at buyers who understand the value and cultural significance of this model year. The overall description emphasizes condition and presentation rather than project status, indicating a car that is meant to be enjoyed immediately rather than taken apart for restoration. Under the hood, the Impala is powered by a 327 cubic inch V8 engine paired with a Powerglide automatic transmission, a classic and period-correct drivetrain combination known for smooth operation and relaxed cruising. The engine is equipped with a new carburetor, suggesting recent attention to drivability and performance, and reinforcing that the car is intended to be driven, not just displayed. This setup offers a balance of respectable power and reliability, well suited to the Impala's role as a comfortable yet stylish cruiser. The seller's emphasis on the car being solid further supports the idea that the mechanical foundation is sound and capable of regular use. From a cosmetic and structural standpoint, the car is described as solid, with a convertible top that is like new, an important and often expensive component that adds significant value to any open-top classic. The interior is described as clean, contributing to the overall impression of a well-maintained and carefully kept vehicle. The exterior paint is rated at a 7.5 out of 10, indicating that it presents well and looks good from a distance and up close, while still leaving room for improvement if the next owner desires a higher-level finish. New wheels and tires have been installed, enhancing both the appearance and road manners of the car. Overall, this 1964 Chevrolet Impala convertible is offered as a complete, solid, and visually appealing classic that captures the essence of mid-1960s American automotive design. The seller makes it clear that low offers will be ignored and that trades are not being considered, underscoring a firm but realistic approach to the sale at $80,000 or best offer. With its strong visual presence, desirable convertible configuration, reliable 327 V8 drivetrain, and clean presentation inside and out, this Impala represents a premium example suited for collectors or enthusiasts seeking a turnkey classic with enduring appeal and unmistakable style. Number 12. This 1962 Dodge Lancer GT, offered at $15,900 and located in Fayetteville, Arkansas, is presented as a distinctive and increasingly hard-to-find compact Mopar that combines sporty factory features with real-world drivability. As a GT model, it stands apart from standard Lancers by offering a more performance-oriented and upscale configuration, making it especially appealing to collectors and enthusiasts who appreciate early 1960s Dodge styling in a smaller, lighter package. The seller clearly states that this car is driven daily, reinforcing that it is not a dormant project or a trailer-only classic, but a usable and functional vehicle that has already proven itself on the road. With a restoration completed approximately 7 years ago, this Lancer GT is positioned as a sorted classic that has moved beyond the initial restoration phase and into the enjoyment stage of ownership. Powering the car is the reliable 225 cubic inch slant-6 engine, an iconic Chrysler power plant celebrated for its durability, smooth operation, and longevity. Paired with the push-button automatic transmission, this drivetrain reflects Dodge's innovative engineering of the era while delivering a relaxed and dependable driving experience. The seller's emphasis on the car being driven daily suggests that the engine and transmission are operating as intended and have been maintained to support regular use rather than occasional starts. This combination makes the Lancer GT especially attractive to buyers who want a classic car that can be comfortably driven without the constant need for mechanical attention. From a factory equipment standpoint, this Lancer GT is particularly well optioned, featuring factory bucket seats and an original AM radio, elements that enhance both the sporty character and period authenticity of the interior. The car is finished in a red exterior with a matching red interior, a bold and era-correct color combination that highlights the car's clean lines and compact proportions. All gauges on the dashboard are reported to be working perfectly, an often overlooked but significant detail that speaks to the quality of the restoration and the care taken to keep the car fully functional. These details contribute to a driving experience that feels complete and cohesive rather than compromised by inoperative components. Overall, this 1962 Dodge Lancer GT represents a compelling blend of originality, restoration, and everyday usability. Offered at $15,900 or best offer, and clearly marketed towards serious inquiries only, it stands as an honest and well-presented classic that delivers charm, reliability, and distinctive Mopar character. With its proven daily driver status, strong slant-6 drivetrain, factory GT features, and fully functional instrumentation, this Lancer GT offers an excellent opportunity for someone seeking a unique early 1960s American compact that can be enjoyed immediately while still retaining long-term collector appeal. Number 13. This true 1971 Chevrolet El Camino Super Sport represents a rare and well-preserved survivor, manufactured in June of 1971 and retaining much of its original character and appeal. Now located in Landrum, South Carolina, this SS El Camino stands out as a genuine example rather than a clone, carrying the correct Super Sport pedigree and classic body lines that define Chevrolet's muscle-era utility vehicles. The original color combination per the VIN was white with a black top and dual black stripes, a timeless factory scheme that underscores its authenticity, while its history reflects long-term ownership care, currently noted as a 3-owner vehicle. Under the hood sits a strong-running Chevrolet 350 V8 sourced from a 1988 model with reportedly low miles, providing dependable power and improved drivability while maintaining a period-correct feel. The engine is backed by a turbo-hydromatic 350 automatic transmission and a 3.73 positive traction rear end, offering a well-balanced combination of street performance and cruising capability. This El Camino runs and drives well, benefiting from mechanical updates over the years that make it a usable and enjoyable classic rather than a static showpiece. The interior features a brown color scheme that complements the vehicle's vintage personality and includes factory air conditioning, a desirable option that adds comfort and usability in modern driving conditions. Front disc brakes improve stopping performance, and the floors are reported to be solid, an important consideration for collectors and drivers alike. The brake system was completely replaced in 2018, along with the installation of a new gas tank, reflecting thoughtful maintenance and attention to long-term reliability rather than quick cosmetic fixes. Riding on newer tires, this Super Sport El Camino presents as an honest, rare survivor with a documented history and distinctive presence. While the first owner repainted the vehicle gold at some point in its life, its original specifications and SS identity remain intact, adding to its appeal for enthusiasts who value authenticity and story. Offered at $11,500 with no trades preferred, aside from a possible exchange for a 4-ton mini excavator or track hoe, this Landrum, South Carolina El Camino represents a unique opportunity to own a genuine 1971 SS that blends muscle car heritage with practical utility. Number 14. This 1968 Chrysler 300, offered at $22,500 and located in Bethesda, Maryland, is presented as a solid, running full-size classic that embodies the bold design and powerful presence Chrysler was known for during the late 1960s. Having been owned for several years by the current seller, the car is described as one that simply has not received much recent attention due to time constraints, rather than neglect or serious issues. It is portrayed as a fun and eye-catching vehicle that consistently draws attention wherever it goes, making it clear this is not just another parked project, but a car that still delivers the visual impact and character expected from a 300 Series Chrysler. The seller expresses a desire for it to go to a good home, suggesting an honest sale rather than a quick flip. Powering this Chrysler 300 is a strong-running 440 cubic inch V8 equipped with a 4-barrel carburetor, a highly desirable big block combination that delivers the kind of torque and performance these cars were built around. The engine is reported to run great, reinforcing that this is a usable and drivable classic rather than one requiring immediate mechanical overhaul. While it is equipped from the factory with air conditioning, the system is currently not operational, which is disclosed transparently and allows the next owner to decide whether to repair it or leave it as is. Even without functioning air conditioning, the car is still described as enjoyable to drive, emphasizing its role as a weekend cruiser or collector piece rather than a climate-controlled daily driver. Structurally, the car is described as being in very solid condition, with both the body and undercarriage reported to be solid, an especially important point for buyers considering a large unibody or full-frame vehicle of this era. Solid structure underneath adds significant value and peace of mind, as rust repair on cars of this size can be extensive and costly. The overall impression is that this Chrysler has been well preserved over the years, maintaining good bones that make it suitable for continued driving, light restoration, or further cosmetic and mechanical refinement depending on the next owner's goals. As a complete package, this 1968 Chrysler 300 offers a compelling mix of big block power, factory options, strong structural condition, and undeniable curb appeal. It stands as a classic that does not require immediate teardown or major reconstruction, but instead can be enjoyed now while being gradually improved over time. Priced at $22,500 or best offer and located in Bethesda, Maryland, it represents an opportunity to own a distinctive and powerful late 1960s American luxury performance car that combines presence, sound, and character in a way few modern vehicles can replicate. Number 15. This 1969 Chevrolet Camaro LS, offered at $55,000 and located in Waynesboro, Georgia, is presented as a beautifully built first-generation Camaro that blends classic muscle car styling with modern performance and drivability. Described as a very nice driver rather than a fragile showpiece, this car is ready to be driven anywhere and enjoyed without hesitation. The overall presentation reflects a vehicle that has been thoughtfully upgraded to deliver serious power and reliability while still maintaining the timeless appeal that makes the 1969 Camaro one of the most desirable American performance cars ever produced. It is positioned as a car that can be comfortably used as a daily driver, a weekend warrior, or a high-impact cruiser that turns heads wherever it goes. Under the hood, this Camaro features a built LS engine equipped with a Stage 2 BTR camshaft, delivering strong, modern V8 performance with aggressive sound and excellent highway manners. Cooling is handled by a B-Cool radiator paired with dual-stage electric fans, ensuring the engine runs cool even in demanding conditions. Power is sent through a heavy-duty 4L80 automatic transmission with a 3,200 stall torque converter, a combination well known for its strength and ability to handle high horsepower. Out back, the car is equipped with an 8.5-inch rear end with 3.73 POS traction gears, providing strong acceleration while still allowing the car to comfortably cruise at highway speeds, including steady 70-mile-per-hour driving. From a chassis and braking standpoint, this Camaro has been upgraded well beyond factory specifications to match its performance capabilities. It features Willwood disc brakes on all four corners, delivering excellent stopping power and confidence under hard driving. Power steering and power brakes further enhance drivability, making the car easy and enjoyable to drive in both city traffic and on long highway trips. The seller notes that the car is completely rust-free, an important and valuable attribute for a vehicle of this era, especially for buyers who prioritize long-term ownership and structural integrity. Cosmetically, the car presents very well as a high-quality driver, with paint that is described as nice but not perfect, showing a few small nicks here and there that reflect real-world use rather than neglect. Inside, the Camaro is equipped with a very nice stereo system and Dakota digital gauges, adding modern convenience and a clean, updated look to the interior. The car still has room for personalization and future upgrades, allowing the next owner to put their own stamp on it, or it can simply be enjoyed exactly as it sits. While the seller mentions an asking price of $60,000 and is open to trades valued higher than the car with cash on top, this Camaro represents a powerful, well-sorted restomod that delivers classic looks, modern performance, and everyday usability in one highly desirable package. Number 16. This 1978 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, offered at $5,000 and located in Alden, New York, is presented as a super-solid full-size American luxury coupe that remains very usable and enjoyable as a driver. The seller describes the car as running and driving great, positioning it as a turnkey classic rather than a stalled project. As a late 1970s Cadillac, it represents an era defined by bold styling, massive proportions, and a focus on comfort above all else. This Coupe de Ville stands as an affordable entry into classic Cadillac ownership, offering presence, smoothness, and character at a price point that is increasingly hard to find. Powering this de Ville is Cadillac's well-known 425 cubic-inch V8 engine, a torque-rich power plant designed for effortless cruising rather than aggressive performance. The engine is described as running strong, contributing to the car's reputation as a relaxed highway cruiser and comfortable city driver. Paired with an automatic transmission, the drivetrain delivers the smooth, floaty driving experience that made Cadillacs legendary in their day. The fact that the car runs and drives well adds significant value, allowing the next owner to enjoy it immediately without needing major mechanical sorting. The body is described as super solid, an especially important detail for a vehicle of this size and age, where rust and structural issues can quickly become expensive. As a coupe, this de Ville features the long doors, wide stance, and elegant roofline that many enthusiasts prefer over the four-door models. The exterior is positioned as that of a real nice driver, suggesting a car that presents well at shows or cruise nights without being overly delicate or untouchable. Its solid condition makes it suitable for continued regular use or gradual cosmetic improvement at the owner's pace. Inside, the Cadillac is equipped with a leather interior and a full suite of luxury features that were hallmarks of the brand, including power seats, power windows, and power door locks. These amenities contribute to the car's comfort and ease of use, reinforcing its role as a true luxury cruiser. The interior is described positively, supporting the idea that this is a well-kept example rather than a worn-out survivor. Overall, this 1978 Cadillac Coupe de Ville offers classic luxury styling, strong road manners, and solid overall condition, making it an appealing option for anyone seeking a comfortable, distinctive, and affordable American classic. Number 17. This 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air convertible, offered at $95,000 and located in Garden Grove, California, is presented as a high-quality restomod that blends iconic Tri-5 styling with modern performance, comfort, and reliability. As a true convertible, it carries all the visual impact and desirability that has made the 1957 Bel Air one of the most recognizable American classics ever built. Rather than remaining stock, this example has been thoughtfully upgraded throughout, positioning it as a car meant to be driven and enjoyed regularly rather than kept as a static showpiece. The seller emphasizes that this is a very nice, dependable driver, reflecting a build focused on usability without sacrificing classic appeal. Under the hood sits a strong 383 cubic-inch V8 equipped with fuel injection, delivering modern drivability, consistent performance, and easier starting compared to a traditional carbureted setup. Power is sent through a 4L60 automatic transmission, offering smooth shifting and comfortable highway cruising. The car is further enhanced with power steering and air conditioning, two major upgrades that significantly improve everyday comfort, especially in warmer climates. A custom exhaust system completes the drivetrain package, providing a proper muscle-era sound while supporting the engine's performance-oriented setup. The suspension and braking systems have been comprehensively upgraded to match the increased power and modern driving expectations. The car features Willwood four-wheel disc brakes, delivering strong, confident stopping performance well beyond original factory capabilities. Tubular upper and lower control arms improve handling and road feel, while a 9-inch rear end with Moser aluminum center section provides durability and strength. Additional performance-focused components such as Cal-Track bars and adjustable shocks further enhance traction and stability, making this Bel Air capable of handling spirited driving while remaining composed and predictable on the road. Visually, the car is finished in a nice black exterior that highlights the Bel Air's timeless chrome accents and clean body lines, paired with a striking red interior that reinforces its classic character. Inside, a Dakota digital dash adds modern instrumentation while maintaining a vintage-inspired look, complemented by a tilt steering column and a smaller steering wheel for improved driving ergonomics. Extensive use of Dynamat from the trunk to the firewall helps reduce noise and vibration, contributing to a refined driving experience. The seller notes a preference to sell rather than trade, though trades may be considered if the value is equal or greater or accompanied by cash. Overall, this 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air convertible stands as a well-executed restomod that combines classic style, modern performance, and everyday dependability in a highly desirable open-top package. Number 18. This 1967 Ford Mustang, offered at $28,500 and located in Sacramento, California, is presented as a freshly built, no-compromise machine that blurs the line between track car, race car, and aggressive street car. Built with performance as the absolute priority, this Mustang is described as a full-race build with essentially zero road time since completion, making it a rare opportunity to acquire a fully sorted car without the typical trial-and-error phase. The seller emphasizes the quality and extent of the build, noting a substantial investment and a focus on using proven, high-end components throughout. With a clean California title in hand and a clear no-trades policy, this is positioned as a serious performance car intended for an equally serious buyer. At the heart of this Mustang is a Ford 5.0-liter 302 race engine producing approximately 340 horsepower, built with an X303 camshaft featuring .498 lift and topped with GT40 aluminum cylinder heads. This combination is well known for delivering strong top-end power while retaining a responsive, aggressive character. Power is sent through a Borg-Warner T5 world-class 5-speed manual transmission, paired with a balanced driveline and a robust 9-inch rear end equipped with 3.50 POS traction gearing. Supporting systems include long tube headers, an aluminum 4-core radiator, a serpentine pulley system, and dual electric fans, all chosen to ensure durability and cooling under hard driving conditions. The chassis and suspension setup reflect the car's track-focused intent, with extensive reinforcement and premium handling components throughout. The car features a full subframe cage with a driveline loop, an 8-point roll cage that passes through the trunk, and a 16-gallon fuel cell, underscoring its race-ready configuration. Handling is further enhanced by Grab-A-Track suspension, Q1A adjustable coil springs, and Borgeson power steering for improved control and feedback. Braking performance is equally serious, with Willwood master cylinder and bare 6-piston calipers providing 4-wheel disc braking capable of matching the car's power and speed. Visually, the Mustang is described as laser straight with a perfect body and absolutely no rust, a critical detail that sets it apart from many heavily modified first-generation cars. Finished in a striking bullet green accented with satin black and Arctic white elements, the exterior delivers an unmistakably aggressive presence. The car rides on American Racing's 17-inch torque thrust wheels wrapped in sticky 17-inch Toyo tires, completing a purposeful stance that matches its mechanical capability. With the seller stating that there is simply too much to list and that only the best components were used, this 1967 Mustang stands as a freshly built, fully race-prepped example for buyers seeking maximum performance without compromise. Number 19. This 1963 Chevrolet Impala convertible, offered at $95,000 and located in Lompoc, California, is presented as a beautifully preserved and tastefully detailed example finished in a striking laurel green that highlights the elegance of Chevrolet's early 1960s full-size design. As a true convertible, it carries the long, flowing lines and wide stance that made the Impala an icon of its era, especially when paired with such a period-correct color combination. The car is described as gorgeous throughout, suggesting careful ownership and attention to detail rather than a rushed restoration. With a clean California title ready for the next owner, this Impala is positioned as a high-quality classic that blends originality, comfort, and strong road manners. Under the hood sits a 327 cubic inch V8 paired with a Powerglide automatic transmission, a drivetrain combination well known for smooth, reliable cruising. The car is equipped with power steering and power brakes, making it easy and relaxed to drive despite its size, whether around town or at highway speeds. The seller notes that the car drives amazing, runs nice and quiet, and is fully freeway ready, reinforcing that this is not just a showpiece but a vehicle meant to be enjoyed on the road. These driving characteristics, combined with a refined mechanical setup, make it well suited for long cruises, weekend outings, or classic car events without concern. One of the standout aspects of this Impala is the extensive list of original and period-correct accessories that elevate it beyond an average example. The car retains original stamped fender skirts, original front and rear guards, and even rare accessories such as the original tissue dispenser and Autronic eye, all details that are highly valued by collectors familiar with early 1960s Chevrolet options. Additional touches like the registration steering holder and wire accessory hubcaps further reinforce the car's authentic presentation. Inside, new green floor mats complement the interior, while the overall cabin environment reflects careful preservation and a strong respect for originality. Structurally, the car is described as solid throughout, with solid floors and a solid trunk, an essential factor for any convertible of this age. The white power-operated convertible top is reported to be in excellent shape, adding contrast to the green exterior and enhancing the car's classic appeal when lowered or raised. Doors, trunk, and hood are said to shut nicely, indicating good body alignment and overall build quality. With its combination of desirable factory features, rare accessories, strong drivability, and clean documentation, this 1963 Chevrolet Impala convertible stands as a refined, well-sorted classic, and the seller also notes that transportation assistance can be arranged if needed for the next caretaker. Number 20. This 1967 Mercedes-Benz 200 diesel, offered at $1,500 and located in Nottingham, Maryland, is presented as a true as-is classic European project with clear transparency about its condition and limitations. The seller makes it clear that this is a non-running project without a title, intended for someone who understands exactly what they are getting into. As a mid-1960s Mercedes diesel sedan, it represents an era known for legendary durability and overbuilt engineering, making it appealing to collectors, restorers, or diesel enthusiasts willing to take on a challenging revival. The absence of a title and the as-is nature of the sale position this car firmly as a project or parts candidate rather than a turnkey driver. Mechanically, the diesel engine is described as being in good condition relative to the rest of the car, with the seller noting that it starts when fuel is manually fed and will run. It is stated that the engine was previously redone, which aligns with its ability to fire and operate despite the car's overall neglected state. The automatic transmission is also described as being good, suggesting that the core drivetrain components may still be viable foundations for restoration or reuse. These mechanical positives are important highlights, as sourcing and rebuilding classic Mercedes diesel components can be costly and time-consuming, making a running-capable engine and functioning transmission valuable assets. From a body and exterior standpoint, the car is described honestly as having a rusted body, making it clear that significant metal work would be required for any full restoration. Rust repair on vehicles of this age can be extensive, and this example does not attempt to hide that reality. Additionally, the driver's side door window glass is broken, further emphasizing its project status. These cosmetic and structural issues make the car unsuitable for immediate road use and clearly target buyers who are either experienced with body restoration or interested in using the vehicle as a donor for parts. The sale terms are straightforward and firm, with the seller stating that the car is being sold as is, with no title, and that a title will not be provided or obtained. This limits the car's usability depending on local regulations, but also reflects its low asking price. For the right buyer, this 1967 Mercedes-Benz 200 diesel offers an opportunity to acquire a classic diesel Mercedes platform at minimal cost, whether for a full restoration, a mechanical donor, or a long-term enthusiast project built around one of Mercedes-Benz's most durable engine designs. That's a wrap on today's video featuring 20 cheap classic cars you can find on the marketplace. Thanks for watching. If this video sparked your interest, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to Cheap Classic Cars. And don't forget to share it with your fellow classic car fans out there.